Although we're outside by a fire pit, which is an exciting place to be. I don't know if you got to watch or mourn the loss of not having the greatest, the mother of all liturgies, which is obviously the Great Easter Vigil. This year, you could only watch that basically virtually. And for us priests, which was so hard about that, is that we didn't get to really go outside and go from that great holy flame and then bring the light of Christ into the darkness. And boy, sometimes we can feel that darkness, and as we get into the summer months, we start to experience what's going on now, which is the longest day. So here at St. John and Paul and in the great grouping of all the parishes here, we're just trying to invite people to come out to what we consider the longest day, a way in which to kind of mourn the loss of all these things that we didn't get to do during our summer months. And so here with Karen Walker. Karen, what is this meaning for you? Why do you think we should have a longest day celebration?
Well, June 21st is the actual longest day of the year. It's the summer solstice, but that's Father's Day. So we thought that this Sunday, June 14th, 7 p.m., we're going to have outdoor Mass in our parking lot here in front of our church. And then at the conclusion of Mass, we're going to ask everyone to write on a piece of paper something that they missed, some loss that they had during Corona time. And we're going to have a fire pit, and we're going to invite people to throw that loss into the fire, just so you can put it aside and open your hearts up to hope in the future.
Yeah, it's kind of like atoning. The whole idea of incense is to lift up whatever was burning in the incense up to God as a prayer. And so, for example, I remember missed the 95th birthday party of my grandma, so that invitation or that thought of not being able to celebrate with my small family of 300 people, I'm going to mourn the loss of that. What are some of the things that you're considering?
Yeah, I missed my dad's 89th birthday. It was on March 18th, so that was right when the coronavirus hit, and so we had to put our plans on hold, but we're having a big party next year for his 90th. My daughter, who lives in Portland, had to cancel her trip in, but I think what in my heart the most that I hear from our parishioners is some of them were not able to be with a loved one during sickness or during some times of stress. We're trying to social distance ourselves, and I think that really was painful to a lot of people. So we'd like to get that off our hearts, throw it in the fire, and move on.
Yeah, it's a good way to do that. I mean, there's also some practical things that I'm not going to burn a Sidney Crosby jersey, but the hockey season not being here, so that's something that I've mourned. And then there's also just those relationships. I was just walking out of church today, and I hadn't seen somebody in over 85 days. And it's crazy. You just get used to these relationships, and so the loss of that human contact could be something also to consider. So, yeah, join us this Sunday. What are the details again?
So June 14th, this Sunday, Mass starts at 7 p.m. outside in our parking lot, weather permitting. Bring your lawn chair. Josh Gawaldo, Mary Beth Gawaldo, Scott Lieb, the worship band will be here to provide the music. After Mass, we're going to come over to the fire pit. We're going to have a little litany of loss, kind of listing all of the losses that we've experienced. And then we'll invite people to throw their loss into the fire pit, and then stick around for some great music from the worship band.
So as Karen's reminded me several times, this is my first pandemic. I don't know if it's yours as well. Maybe a way of dealing with the pandemic and what we're seeing in our streets today is to take those things that have caused us to be lost in our lives and place those in that fire as a way of offering it up to God out of love for those things that we've lost. God bless everybody.